Hello, thank you for joining me today. I'm going to talk a little bit about the basics of sales tax. If you have any questions or need additional clarification, you can put your questions in the comment section and I'll do my best to answer. My name is Juliet Maines and I have been with HarQuin sales tax team for 3.5 years. HarQuin sales tax team is continually growing and evolving with the ever-changing sales tax laws, and I wanted to share with you some of the basics of sales tax and answer some of the questions that you might have. Sales tax is a tax that is paid on a taxable purchase or a taxable service, and it is paid in addition to the cost of the item. So your first question may be, should I be charging my customers sales tax? You may have heard the term nexus. Nexus is just a fancy way of saying that a business is connected to a state. Your business will typically have nexus in the state it's located in. Your business will be required to charge sales tax to your customers on any taxable items that you sell or any taxable services that you provide. Sales tax laws are decided on a state level, and so it varies depending on the state that you live in. For example, clothing is taxable in most states, but in Pennsylvania, Minnesota, New Jersey, and Rhode Island, clothing is tax exempt. If your business provides a service, you'll need to determine if the service you provide is taxable. This can get complicated. For example, in Ohio, Zoom training is tax exempt, but if those Zoom trainings are recorded and sold and available for purchase, those pre-recorded trainings are taxable. Another example would be gyms and dance studios. While these services are tax exempt in a lot of states, there are also several states where these services are taxable. And even if you live in a state where it is tax exempt, if you sell any items in your gym or dance studio like t-shirts or water bottles or dance leotards, these items are most likely taxable, and so you would be required to register in your state and collect and file sales tax on these items. It is also possible for you to have nexus in other states other than the state your business is located in. Some of the factors that would cause your business to have nexus in another state is having a warehouse or having inventory in another state. Also, having employees that live in a different state or participating in pop-up shows in another state. Finally, each state has certain thresholds, such as 200 orders or 100,000 in sales per year. And once you have met those thresholds, that state requires you to register in their state and collect and file sales tax in that state as well. Once you have determined if you are required to collect sales tax, the next step would be to register for a sales tax permit in the state. Some states, this is done pretty easily and can be done all online in one step. And in other states, it is more complicated and requires a multi-step process. You also need to be sure to set up your sales channel or whatever system your orders run through to start collecting sales tax on your taxable items and services. And then finally, you will be required to file. Your filing frequency will be determined by your state when you register, but most states require a monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, or annual filing. And the states also require that you file sales tax during these taxable periods, whether you have collected any sales tax during that period or not. So that's just a basic overview of sales tax. If you have any additional questions, feel free to put those in the comment section. I'd love to answer those for you. Also, if you don't already have somebody filing your sales tax for you, we would love to be able to help you out with that so that you can get back to doing what you love and enjoy about your business. We can file for you, we can register your business, and we can also monitor your sales so that we can catch if you have met nexus in any other states and make sure to get you registered there. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope that I've been able to answer some of your questions.